Hello everyone, welcome along to your favourite part of the week and ours as well. It's at odds, all thanks to Unibet. I'm Russell Barwick, but these boys are the stars. I'm talking about Brian Fletcher, played for Australia.
Yep.
Shane Heal played for Australia. And Mark Waugh, who reliably informs us all regularly that he's played 128 tests.
Just
for
in case
Australia.
you forget, Russ. Just in case
I forgot, which apparently I did.
I know, we've got the
about
same
4.5
birthday.
minutes ago.
Mate, I'm going to give you this. It was on the cheap rack, mate, in Bangkok.
What about
so,
this?
Yes.
Thought we'd bring that back for you, a little gift, mate. You're off
Number
the bottom of
one.
the ladder.
Finally, I get
Number one?
because I've got nothing up there. I'm very happy about that. Thank you very much, Hammer.
pleasure,
And
mate.
it's a good segue because we're going to start off with our look at around the grounds with a little bit of fun, because last week we played a bit of cricket at the back after the show, and during the week we saw the European Cricket League. Is that
Yep.
right, Junior?
Yes.
And if you
Indeed.
have a look at on screen right now, we're going to segue one of the bowlers from one of the
Romania.
teams.
Romania, yes.
Yeah.
He's a skipper too, I think.
And also one of our bowlers who shall remain nameless.
Well, no, we can, but I just can't say too much more because I'm in negotiations at the moment.
Mark, just
Actually,
Play for who?
you've played
No.
128 tests for Australia. Just tell me,
Critique
critique
his action.
the style of the bloke on the left
Well,
and the guy from Romania on
what-
the right. Oh, hang on. Is that which one's Hammer?
I don't know.
Mate, we saw
have we
you
got a
play-
front? Have we
we
got
saw
a,
you play basketball. I reckon Hammer's a better cricketer than you are
Oh,
basketball.
no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Look, I think Hammer's got a bit of work to do on his action and getting through the crease, of course.
He worked on that in Thailand.
Yes, he
I
did.
did.
You do
But,
look a bit
uh,
oily
Through the
still.
crease a few times, actually.
You do look a bit oily still.
The Romanian skipper gives the ball a bit of air.
Creases were ironed out over there.
Yeah. You know, it was good. Very good.
How can I talk when we're talking about this?
No. Yeah, critiquing
Gives the ball good flight.
the Romanian.
It would actually be very hard to hit when it's that slow.
It's got to be on the pitch.
You
to
saw him,
start.
Fletch. You saw him. What do you think?
There might have been a wide or two bowled in those 6 balls.
I'm going to say this. I'm a better bowler than the Romanian. I'm not
You
gonna-
could make the Romanian team.
At least he's having a crack. That's
Fletcher
the main
off
thing.
of it.
I know
That's
he's
the
having
main
a crack, but yeah. I'm going to emigrate.
It begs the question, how bad were the other guys that didn't make the team?
thing. Yes. Well, I've only seen a couple of games, so I can't.
Speaking of
have we got a market for it? Because I'm all over St. Petersburg.
It would be actually European champion.
the third drop, Sing.
Unibet.com.au.
The
We bet on
Russian
everything.
Sing.
Responsibly though. Let's talk serious cricket
Yes.
and let's talk about the Ashes. Starts well.
Kicks off tomorrow,
Yeah,
Thursday
Thursday night.
evening in Australia at Edgbaston. A bit of rain forecast for the back end of the game. So,
Interesting selections.
well, we haven't picked our team yet, but I think it'll look like this. Warner and Bancroft will open. Khawaja
Ooh.
3, Smith 4, Head 5. Number 6 will either be Matthew Wade or Marnus Labuschagne. Not sure which way they'll go there.
Yeah.
And the bowlers, I think Mitchell Stark's going to miss out. So Cummins,
That's the
Pattinson, Lyon, and probably Hazel will get the third
Can I
seam
ask
spot.
you this? Why would Stark coming off leading wicket taker at the World Cup? Is he a bit fragile? Does he break down a bit in tests?
Not fragile. I think they're looking for a bowler to hit the seam and bowl accurately. I think with Pattinson in the team, they don't like Stark and Pattinson in the team together because they can leak runs. So they want a more, line and length bowler in Hazelwood.
Can I ask, what odds would you have given the 3 players involved in Sandpaper Gate be back as
Together.
the starting lineup
Yeah.
together at this test match?
Well, I would have had
wouldn't
Smith
thought-
and Warner in for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Bancroft, I thought, probably needed to make a lot of runs to get back in, but I think that 91 in the warm-up game got him in. He's a tough boy.
Well, he's going to need it out there. They're not going to hold back the Barmy Army, are
Yeah,
they?
no, they won't.
Do you reckon they'll be talking to each other, Bancroft and Warner?
They're going to be in the slips together, the 3 of them.
Oh, that's
They've
brilliant.
been practicing together
We
in the
need to
slips.
put a mic
I think
there.
that I read something about Dave Warner. He's a new man, and I appreciate that everyone needs to have a second crack at things. And I'm sure Bancroft's the same. And Smith, well, he just
Look, once the game
you're
gets
out there-
going, they'll forget about that. And I actually think Australia are good odds to win this test. If
So
we don't
that's
get
it.
rain,
What's your predictions?
I think it's an even money bet between the two teams. I don't think there's much between them. So Australia, what are they to win?
245 Australia, $2 the Poms, and the draw's $7.
If weather doesn't intervene, I think Australia a really good chance of winning this game.
Top run scorer,
Let's go with Steve Smith. I think he's ready to be top run scorer. Top wicket taker, I think either Pattinson or Cummins. I'm not sure.
That's from an Australian
Yes,
perspective.
that's right, yeah.
Okay. Those odds are available on the website unibet.com.au, and there is a special on there. It's normally $2. What Junior thought was good value, $2.45. $3 Australia to win the first
Good
test.
value.
Okay. Plenty happening in the world of rugby league. You could say that pretty much 52 weeks a year.
Every
New
week.
coach for the Gold Coast Titans, Justin Holbrook.
Justin Holbrook,
Do you
yeah.
know him?
I do. Played with him. He played
Yeah.
at the Roosters. Terrific fella. Look, he's coming from Super League, so he's over there coaching St Helens.
The best side.
The best side, they're winning the competition by 5 or 6 games, so they're flying. They're going from the best team in Super League to the worst team in the NRL.
Would the worst team in the NRL beat the best team in the Super League?
Probably not.
Right.
I don't reckon. Not this St Helens team. Look, I thought Kevy Waters was immoral. I thought he was a shoo-in. So obviously they see something in Justin Holbrook for him to uproot his family and come home and coach the Titans. Now Mal Meninga obviously is the coaching coordinator or the director over there, so he's no deal. So they see something in it, but huge ask to get these blokes up.
Well, let's see how they go once he lands and weaves his magic wand. Broncos take on Storm. The Storm were good, but Manly were better last week, albeit by a point.
We liked Manly last week, didn't we?
260,
Yeah,
the
we both.
Broncos. I don't often get excited about them, but I love them when they play early in the week and they can have a weekend
Pangai
off.
Jr., he's been suspended. The Storm coming off that, obviously the Golden Point game, but the Storm's record up in Brisbane is phenomenal.
All right.
They've won the last 5 in a row. Storm don't lose 2 games in a row very often. So, I'd be loath to be back in the Broncos.
Are the Raiders the real deal? We're prepared to say Unibet Warriors $2.50 is our NRL footy fill-up for this week. Are the Raiders...
I think the
I
Raiders,
like 'em.
Raiders are up there.
I tipped them last week, didn't I?
Yeah,
Beat the
Raiders
Panthers.
are up there with the other 2 sides in the Roosters and Melbourne, I think. They've just got a little bit... I mean, they've always been a bit flaky in defence, but this year there's a real steal.
What about the refereeing? There's 3 things annoying me, Fletch. First of all, the knock-on rule. There
Yeah.
were 3 dead set knock-ons,
Yeah. 4 if you
knockbacks,
include me.
knockbacks last
Your
week.
wife,
Newcastle
she
went a
annoying
long way
at
back.
times.
Exactly.
Annoying.
That donkey.
Number 2, shut up. Number 2, the crusher tackle. Don't you think
Yeah.
players are milking that?
They are, yeah. I mean, some of them are pretty obvious where it's an accident, but any chance to get a
Free penalty.
a free penalty, a bit of advantage.
And the
Players-
third one
players
is
aren't silly.
this strip thing.
What about the forward passes?
Oh,
All of a
4
sudden-
things.
The hardest one for me is Dragons Eels, and it's a walk away.
I like the Dragons there.
Type of game.
Nah,
I like the
really?
Dragons, yeah.
Dragons had all the ball last week. They weren't much choice.
They'll improve. Witt up, second up from a spell, he'd be much better.
Okay, plenty happening there in the Rugby League. All the odds and the specials available online. Now, Richmond, now the new favourites in the AFL
big bet,
after
isn't it?
their massive win over Collingwood. Are the punters just getting a little too excited and forgetting about Geelong and West Coast and GWS and Brisbane? Brisbane.
Yeah, I can see why people are getting excited though. They're a great team. They look so quick all the way around the ground. Good defence. They could put points on the board as well. But you can't write off any of the other teams.
No, of
Geelong's
course
still
not.
quality. But I can see why they're excited. For me this week, when you bring up Collingwood, this week Gold Coast plus 36.5. I reckon is a great bet against Collingwood. They've got that many players
Fallen
out.
off, haven't they?
And I'm not sure that they can kick enough goals to win by more than 36, even though they've got a lot more quality than obviously the Gold Coast.
Well, they got beat by 50 the week before, and then they kicked 1 goal in the first half against Richmond and were just flown off the park. So they have got serious problems in attack.
Yep.
Having said that, I think their chances of winning the grand final are all but gone unless
Yep.
they can finish top 4, which they won't.
Yeah, and whether they can get enough players back that are in form, because even when they get them back, you still need a number of games. You need a month to be able to get game fit. They need to pre-season some of these guys.
We kick it off on Friday night with North and Hawthorn. Hawthorn lost last week in Tassie. Doesn't happen that often, but they are outsiders this weekend against a rejuvenated North Melbourne.
Yeah, North Melbourne look good. They've got quality as well. When you talk about toughness and guys who can kick goals as well, obviously they look good under the new caretaker coach. It sounds like he's going to get the job, right?
Well, the only one who doesn't sound like he's going to get a job is David Teague, and he's beating everyone. They're talking about Brad Scott going to Carlton, and David Teague's won, I think he's won 4 of 6 and lost 2 by less than a goal.
And Ratton looks good at St Kilda as
Yeah.
well.
So-
So, but I think North Melbourne, I'd take North Melbourne in a close one, but that's really a flip of the coin, isn't it?
Sydney Derby, Junior, got a thought between the Giants and the Swans?
GWS, $1.28.
There's a couple of players missing
All over,
from
isn't
both teams. Rampy's out for the Swans. I can't see them stopping
No.
the Giants.
Russ, I'm going to ask you: Is the derby like a lot of is it a fair income derby? These two
And
they
it's
hate each other.
getting to that stage.
Yeah.
There is a real bit of niggle. You've got to remember the first 4 or 5 times, it was big kids smacking around
Yeah.
little kid. Now little kid's
Grown
in
up.
charge again and he's
Grown
grown up. And so it's flipped on its head. So the Swans don't like losing, and they've lost more of the recent ones than they've won. So The Giants.
Could there be a stink? Could there be an all-in?
No, those days are normal.
Yeah,
Those days are-
GWS are looking good
Not,
at the
not
moment.
this close to the finals as well.
No.
And the big one for mine, Brisbane, still
Flying.
How good are Brisbane?
unrecognised in the
$1.37?
markets. They're $1.37 against the Bulldogs at home, where they've pretty much won everything all year.
Yeah.
It should be $1.10.
You've been rapping them all year.
I
Russ.
love the Brisbane
Yeah.
Lions.
Yeah, I have too. $1.37 is way over for me. Just whether it's
Wow,
going to be
put the house on,
1.39 or
Yeah,
over
it's got
18 and a
1200.
half.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close between those margins.
Now, Hammer, can I ask you a question about the exhibition games with these Aussie? All these stars are pulling out. Is it going to harm
Well,
out?
not for Australia though. So
No,
Ben
no,
Simmons has pulled out.
Only Ben, but I mean
Yeah.
for the Sebos.
Yeah, there's been a bit of furor from the fans because some people bought tickets thinking Kevin Durant's going to come.
Yeah.
Well, he's done an ACL. He can't
Oh,
play.
he can't play.
Same
What's
as
wrong with him?
Clay Thompson and these guys. So a lot of people are disappointed thinking that those guys were going to be there.
Yeah.
Others have pulled out. But what I think people are neglecting is this American team is probably still going to win gold. They're odds on. They're going to have guys like Donovan Mitchell, Kyle Lowry. These guys are superstars. So when they come to
James
Australia, they are going to be very, very good.
He's Irish though, isn't he?
Who's that?
Kyle Lowry.
No.
That's one of your worst, right?
Hammer missed last
That's
week.
not
He's
even
got no
funny, is it?
idea.
I don't know.
What are the Greek freak?
Oh, golf.
Will the Greek freak be playing?
Yeah, he plays for Greece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
he'll
So, mate, the
come
rest
down?
of the world, Spain, the Greek freak in Greece are shorter odds than Australia to win a medal.
Yeah.
Very quickly, boys, the
Thank you,
Shayna
Hammer.
Jack doping scandal, has it given Australia a bit of a punch in the face?
Could have come at a worse time after Mac Horton with his
Well, he
protest.
didn't know,
No,
for
I'm just
starters.
saying. It just looks bad. Look, I don't think it has, not for all our sport, but it does look sus. It looks...
It makes
sus to-
Swimming Australia look like they're a complete...
It's silly.
Yeah.
I just want to see all the facts come out, how it all
Well,
unfolded.
she faces a 4-year ban,
Yeah.
A and B positive tests. She's admitted to taking
Yeah.
supplements. There's not a lot... If you take supplements, you don't know
You're
whether...
supposed to read the bottles. You get all the warnings. They get so much education.
I know they do.
Mate, why do people go on about, oh, we're waiting for the B sample? It's
Well,
from
the
the
B's
same
always-
thing.
No, because
What do they
hap-
go on
what they-
about?
'cause
They're
sometimes
two
it gets... Yeah,
Unless
gets
they
tampered.
left
what?
the lid off, you know.
Gets
It's
tampered.
from the same...
No, but
Pete.
what can happen and get mixed up could be someone else. I've done it.
Oh,
I've
What
done
are you
it before.
talking? They put it in the
Fletch-
same thing and
Fletch
they wrap
says
it
that
up.
is-
No.
It's the
But-
same we made.
Yeah, I know, but some over the time they could just swap with someone else. So you got A could be Mark Wars, B could be Steve Wars. You don't want Steve's. That is horrendous.
What about the other brother? What's his?
And on that note,
He's
we'll
the
take-
grouse, Dean. We
We'll
love Dean.
take a short break, be
He's my
back with
favourite
the
wall.
ladder and all of our bets from last week straight after this. Okay, let's check out what happened last week. There's a controversial story to come from last week, as we know. In terms of the All Blacks in South Africa, it was a draw, but apparently because my bet was a win, I don't get to collect, which is under protest.
'Cause it didn't win.
However,
You don't
Mark
get to win.
Schwarzer won yet again.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
He's
$75.
still
That's
won.
not worth. That's church
Junior,
money.
me, Fletch, and Hammer, we lost 600.
We're all
between
stiff.
us.
We're all stiff. The three
We
of
were
us.
very, very
Actually,
stiff.
four of us.
Newcastle.
It was
Yeah,
our first
Newcastle.
loss, I've got to say, for a long, long time. So the team will lift, I guarantee, this week.
Yeah.
That's the total, 17,500 plus a bit of tax
That's very impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
for the year.
I reckon that's awesome.
Especially when you tip it on a Wednesday morning. With
Correct.
the weekend off.
Let's-
Not all of us have to do that. Some of the Unibet Peter.
Yeah, we have a competition with the Unibet staff, and they wait till basically scratchings on and still are about, what,
Thousands behind.
thousands behind.
There you
Okay, let's get into
Look
it.
at him in the back there.
Hammer, slam dunk.
Slammer. All right, the Giants 1-39 to beat Sydney. I think
Yep.
they'll be too good. Won't blow them out though. Richmond, we've spoken about them being on fire. 16 plus against the hapless Demons, and Brisbane 16 plus against the Western Bulldogs
I like
at home.
that.
I like it.
I like most of that.
All right, so I'm going the NRL, a treble here. The Sharks to beat the Rabbitohs, the Dragons to beat the Eels. I know you like the
Informed
Dragons.
Dragons.
And the Roosters to beat the Titans.
Yeah, by 100.
Brian?
By 100. All right. NRL Tigers back home at Leichhardt, 1-12 against the Cowboys. Robbie Farah, 301 games this week. Well done, Robbie. Into AFL Brisbane minus 12.5 against the Western Bulldogs. About $5.
Okay, little cross-code multi there for Brian.
well done,
Me,
Fletch.
all with
Thank
the
you.
AFL. Essendon to beat Port, GWS to beat Sydney, Geelong over Freo, and Brisbane to wrap it up over the Western
Well,
Bulldogs.
are they all about $1.03, are they? those
Yes,
four?
but short odds. Any price a winner in my world. We'll get Schwartz's in a second, but let's go with the Hail Marys.
Short and sweet for you, Russ. Not for me with the Hale. I have gone with a big multi. GWS, Geelong, West Coast, Richmond and Brisbane, all to win. And I've got Gold Coast with plus 36.5. I'm going to get about $8 or $9, I reckon.
Wow.
Good stuff. Me next?
Yep.
I'm going racing. Now, just concentrate here, folks. I'm going to Wyong on Friday, race 4, Secundum, trained by Kim Walk.
Trained by someone we know and love.
It will win. Into Randwick, a couple at Randwick on the Saturday, race 3, Pelathronius to win, loves the wet, it's a heavy 9 out there. And into race 7, Haunted a Place.
You like your places.
I do.
Brian?
Oxford Tycoon last week.
Disappointing.
All right.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Black
Storm
Booker.
1-12 against the Broncos. This is NRL. Manly to win by 1-12 against the Knights. And AFL, the hottest team in the AFL, Richmond, minus 27.5.
Say the
against
word.
Melbourne.
That's a
Say
big-
the word.
that's a big one.
$17.
You've done their own.
Mine's
odds
almost as big. Mine is GWS. I think they'll win easily, but
talking
I'm
about
going
odds
to
here?
40 plus.
Ooh.
Manly to beat the Knights, and the big one, the Bulldogs, to knock off the Penrith.
You're having a crack at me
Oh,
about...
you're off your head.
You're having a
What?
crack at me
You are
about
off
the
your head.
Dragons and
Speaking
Harwick
about drug
Sharks.
tests,
Now, let's have a look at Mark
Come on,
Schwartz's
doggies.
slam dunk. It's a huge one. The slam dunk involves about 11
About
teams.
8 different countries.
And 8 different countries. Swansea to beat Hull, Scottish Premiership, Aberdeen to beat Hearts, and the Community Shield. He likes Man City to beat Liverpool,
That's easy to
around
follow.
$7.
I'm jumping on.
And the Scottish Premiership, Hail Mary, Kilmarnock, double chance against Rangers.
No way.
And EFL Cup, Luton, double chance against Middlesbrough.
Nah. Luton
What else
Australia.
are we getting that?
Just click the button on the website because they're all there. You don't have to worry about what
Hang on.
button
His
boosted.
slam dunk is worth more than his Hail
He
Mary.
does that occasionally, but he's sneaky
Is
good.
your Hail Mary's a bit short, Hammer?
He's
Just
sneaky
quietly.
good. Huge week in sport. We'll review it all next week with the cricket, all the rugby league, and the countdown to the finals in both competitions, fellas.
Yeah.
Netball.
No, I'm looking forward to the European Cricket League. It's on again tonight and
Paddle?
all weekend. Cannot wait. The Romanian guy is going to come off the long run this week.
I'm looking forward to the Ashes.
The Ashes.
Yeah.
And Hammer.
Looking forward to sleeping in my own bed.
With who? Good one. See you, boys.
Can't follow that.